Welcome to Beast Pod Official, the only official companion podcast to the massively popular MrBeast content library. I'm Pete, and I've been on Team Beast for a couple years now, watching and loving every upload. Roar!
And I'm Cam, and I definitely think it's cool that we could eventually get some money or a free Tesla by doing this podcast.
Well, remember, it's more about the journey than the destination, Cam. We're setting out to break down all things Beast, so listen along as we cover every upload that Jimmy Donaldson, a.k.a. MrBeast, drops.
And remember, Pete, I only agreed to do this podcast because I thought I would get a free Tesla, which is what you said.
All right, so in this episode, we're going to be covering offering people $100,000 to quit their job. This is a great upload for MrBeast, one of his many great uploads.
I don't know if I'd say that.
What would you say then, Cam?
I mean, so what is the video called, Pete?
Offering people $100,000 to quit their job.
Offering people. So you think this video, it's going to be him offering a bunch of different people $100K to quit their jobs. He does that one time in the beginning of the episode, and then it's all completely unrelated challenges.
See, I knew this was going to be the thing.
That
you decided
totally rubbed me the wrong way. It's fraudulent content.
If you want to just be mad to be mad, you can. You know, I'm not gonna push you any other way on that. I mean, in the first a minute, he does offer it to two people. He offers it to the worker, and then he offers it to her boss to be like, "Hey, would you quit the job for $100?"
No. He offered it to the worker, and then the boss came out. It was like, "Hey, what's going on right now?" He said, "What's up?" And then he casually threw it to the boss. He wasn't going to give him money to quit that place.
You don't know that.
The boss probably owns that place. You
can argue about semantics if you want, but the point of that too was also to hook you. And were you hooked from there on out for the rest of the video?
I was hooked, but then I was unhooked.
Mm-hmm. Well,
you can be unhooked by content.
You weren't hooked by the other challenges that he had?
Like I wanted to see him giving a bunch of different people $100K to quit their jobs.
Well, he offered a Walmart employee $10,000 to quit her job and then said, actually, you don't have to quit your job. And he graciously gave her $10,000. And keep in mind that she had a mother that she recently learned had stage 4 cancer.
So what?
Recent diagnosis.
Let's break it down. What happens in this MrBeast episode?
Okay. So like you described, the first challenge almost is, I guess it's a challenge. Pretty straightforward.
It's not a challenge. It's a yes or no question.
Could be a challenge.
A challenge.
Some people are challenged having to make choices. I mean, the first challenge is offering workers $100,000 to quit their jobs.
Okay.
They can accept, walk right off, or... Okay, so he only did it with one worker.
Yeah, he did it with one worker. This video should have just been called like Beast Challenge Anthology number 69 or whatever.
And would you actually clicked on that? That's the one question I have for you. Okay.
No, because I don't want to watch a video that's all like.
But you clicked on
Helter
this.
Skelter.
You clicked on this one.
You sent it to me. You said I have to watch it for this podcast episode.
Okay, well I clicked on it because I thought the title was promising, and
okay.
I was captivated. First challenge ends. He then offers Walmart employee $10,000, just as a kind gift.
Which was nice.
I mean, I think what was really heartfelt about that moment was she reveals that her mother was recently diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. And you hear Jimmy say, "I'm sorry," and that kind of hit me like a bag of bricks. It was like the sympathy in that moment where then he says, "I'm sorry," and then he gives her the $10,000, and she saw it as like a sign, like a sign from the universe that there's always help, and MrBeast tends to be that kind of help.
Was $10K enough?
I mean, it's a nice start, you know. I don't know. We don't know what kind of medical bill she's putting up with. Stage 4 cancer is whatever.
Should he have given her $100K?
I mean, you can always quibble about how much MrBeast should give away, but he's the only one giving away money. You gotta keep that in mind.
Okay, sure.
All right, so then we move on, and there's other challenges. He has two guys throw a football back and forth.
Yeah, two quarterbacks.
Yeah, and they have to stand behind two lines, and
they don't need that money. What are they doing?
You're gonna act like people don't need money. People always need money.
These are two. They were like NFL quarterbacks, right?
I don't know about that.
These aren't little league quarterbacks. These aren't little like kids.
And people always like the spare cash, and so they had the option, or it was a challenge and a bit of a gamble where they could keep throwing this ball back and forth and get $1 for every successful pass to each other.
Yeah.
Or they could call it quits at whatever point they wanted. But if they ever threw an incomplete pass, it hits the ground, they lose all the money that they'd earned up to that point.
You know what I actually would have been, I think, more interesting is, you ever play that game where it's like you throw a ball and then you both take a step back and then you throw it back and then you both take a step back and you have to keep going further and further back to see how many times you can throw it?
Well, they are in an enclosed football field, so
Well, they can still walk around.
I mean, I don't know. That would be a bit more with the camera work and everything else. You got to keep that.
He has a whole team of camera people. What are you talking about?
You're too hard on him.
It's not being hard. I want Beast to constantly improve his craft.
Okay.
If I was on the Beast team, that's what my first pitch would be. Let's have it being that game where you like take a step back, and $1 billion.
No, I can appreciate that.
That's a bounty.
I appreciate that stance. I think, I think we can expect our content creators to be improving at all times. And I respect that, Cam. I will say that. that you're just like trying to hold Mr. Beast to higher standards.
Yeah.
I think he's at a pretty high standard right now.
Okay.
But I guess there is always room for improvement.
What happened after the football players?
There was the pizza delivery race, where 3 Beast Gang members each called, I could be wrong, I think it was Kyle, Chris, and Chandler.
Domino's, Pizza
Yes,
Hut,
sure.
and was it Papa John's?
I think so. Oh, you're quizzing me on this. I think it was, yeah. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. That was those 3 pizza chains.
Interesting, they're supporting Papa John's, but
It's pizza. Can't. I mean,
But what are the people making the pizza saying?
I mean, that's not Mr. Beast's responsibility. Let's be.
I'm
clear
just saying,
on
I would not order pizza from Papa John's.
So they're doing this pizza delivery race. Cam wants to be all holier than thou.
Okay.
So they're doing this pizza delivery race, and Kyle, Chandler, and Chris are ordering from these 3 different spots.
Yeah.
And the first pizza to get delivered, that delivery person wins at that $10,000, and so does the Beast Gang member's mom. So there's $20,000 on the line.
Let's get the whole family in the mix. Let's get if they are there other siblings.
Don't go to the whole family. You're getting caught up on.
I want nephews, cousins,
Okay.
grandparents. Probably need the money more.
Yeah, guess so.
I'm just thinking outside the box here.
Yeah. Well, Chris's Domino's delivery driver ended up taking it all. Omar was his name. It was a really sweet scene too, where he gets to talk to Chris's mom on the phone. It's just sweet. They both just earned 10 grand without even realizing. And actually, I want to point out that Omar recognized Mr. Beast in the gang.
That's why you got the money.
No.
Yes.
Mr. Beast doesn't do it. He's not about the fame or the clout or whatever you want to call it.
Dude, he literally does things where he goes up to people and he says, if you're subscribed to me, I will give you money right now. He loves his fans.
It's just
Which is why also I think he should love us and give us some money. That's just a side note. But come on, the pizza delivery guy showed up and he recognized them and they were pretty quick to pay him. This is all edited. This isn't a live stream. We don't know who really got there first.
Okay. This is what really bothers me, and I didn't even realize this until recently,
I'm
but it's
thinking
been
outside the box.
It's been making my blood boil that there are supposed Mr. Beast truthers out there, and I guess you're towing the line with conspiracy right now,
Look,
Cam. That
Pete, look, I make vertical content for a living. I make good vertical content for a living, bro. You chop it up, you edit it. It's not, if you're live streaming, that's one thing, but in post-production, you edit, you move clips around.
Are you suggesting that Mr. Beast is making fake content? That the people he's paying aren't actually getting paid, that they regurgitate the money back to him? Or that they're all just...
No, I think the money is real. I'm just saying, you got a pizza delivery guy that shows up. They know Mr. Beast. Okay, he probably came in 3rd place.
There are a lot of conspiracy
Because
theorists out there.
that's gonna make him look better if the first pizza guy that shows up is someone that recognizes him, and then he gets paid a fat $10K.
A lot of tinfoil hat
Maybe he
wearers that would be happy to have you on their side.
Maybe.
So I think you got to be careful.
Pete, wait, actually, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt and saying that this guy was an actual fan. Maybe that was just a line in the script.
I think it's
Maybe
all
you didn't even know
organic.
who Mr. Beast was.
To be honest, I don't think I would watch the content if it wasn't organic. And I know in my heart that this is organic content, that he is actually encountering these fans out in the wild. I mean, he has 165
All right,
million
you're getting riled up.
subscribers.
Take a sip of your liquid death.
Have you had your Prime yet today? You're coming in here and just shouting falsehoods about Mr. Beast. Have you had your Prime yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I had all my Prime.
I thought this was going to be a simple episode.
It's simple. Keep
it's
going.
A lot of fun challenges.
Okay, what happens
about.
after the pizza delivery?
Okay, so the next, I want to end on this other challenge where he goes back to those quarterbacks, and they've racked up, I think it was like about like 6K each, or not. Yeah, I think they were each going to get 6K. But he comes back.
Pennies on the dollar.
Hey, he offers them a new challenge. If they can throw a complete 30-yard touchdown pass, they both walk away with 20K. So it's 40K on the line. If one guy can throw it and the other one can catch it in the touchdown, the field, the end zone, they win 40K together, walk away each 20K. They do it. It's a successful pass.
And I knew they would do it.
My
the whole
heart
time.
almost stopped.
My heart had no problems. And you know what's actually sorry I was being so crazy earlier. I got a nice buzz going from the Prime.
Okay, good.
Feel good.
I mean, yeah. I'm glad you found a way to self-medicate. That's important.
They get the money, 20K each.
And the one says, like, oh, I'm not going to gamble from here on out. And I thought that was really sweet, too, that he was putting his gambling addiction to the side.
Yeah.
I mean, I think what's cool about Mr. Beast is that he offers life-changing amounts of money, and people actually do promise to change their lives.
For quarterbacks, dog.
People do change their lives.
Maybe if you're like a third-string safety in like a little league football squad, these are dudes that got drafted in the NFL. They don't need the money. They got plenty of money. Like, it's a fun thing to do. It's probably more about being in a Mr. Beast video than the money.
Okay. I guess he could have found just rookie NFL players.
Let's get rookies on there. Let's give them a chance to show. Actually, that'd be cool if he could have people show their skill in there, and then they would probably get drafted in the NFL and make some real cash.
It's such a weird line to draw in the sand.
He's got to use his platform for as much good as possible.
I think he is, and sometimes he just has fun with it. I think you have to appreciate it for what it is. It's all good fun.
It's good fun.
And again, he cured this guy's gambling addiction. I think he was starting this guy on a new path of life.
Does this guy have a conflicting history with gambling?
They were gambling the whole video. At any point, if they dropped that ball, they'd lose all the money they'd earned up to that point.
No, what you're saying is if this guy's like going into casinos and stuff and just spending money.
Gambling takes place in many ways. I mean, I dabble on DraftKings. I know plenty of other people that do too.
I don't gamble. You know I don't gamble. I went into a casino one time with $100, and you know how much I walked out with?
How much did you walk out with? 5
cents. I kept putting money in the Wizard of Oz machine. This is in Boston. It didn't activate, and I just kept losing money.
I'm glad that you're not battling a gambling addiction, but it is a real thing that's.
I'm just saying I don't need. I don't need to be in a Beast challenge to be cured of gambling. I just do it one time and never again. All right. What was your favorite part of this episode?
I think my favorite part was, again, to tie it back to that title, I think it was a fun little thing where he offered a worker $100K to walk out, and she did.
So your favorite thing was
the titular challenge.
Yes.
Yeah.
There should have been more of that. That's my critique here.
Okay. Well, maybe he will again. Maybe he'll offer people $1 million to walk out on their job. Would you walk out on this podcast? Let's see. How loyal are you to this podcast? If he offered you $1 million to walk out,
I'd be out that door before you even finish that sentence.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. Okay. I'm doing this for the money or a Tesla.
$1 million, Mr. Beast, if you are seeing this, I think if you offer us both $1 million, I think we would
take it.
Have to throw our hats in, and
I think I would have to take it ultimately.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just checking, making sure we're on the same page. So that concludes the coverage of this episode.
Wait. You said in me doing this podcast.
Oh.
There's a segment.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, where I'm allowed to show you content that I think is better than the Mr. Beast
Which it never is. So what is that today, Cam?
Vertical content is good. Okay. I showed you that video yesterday. Remember the kid in the parking lot? He's drinking the Chick-fil-A thing.
Back with another milk. Help!
And then goes, help! Help!
He doesn't do it like that.
How does he do it?
He's drinking a Chick-fil-A milkshake, and then in the middle of it, he just screams, help! Help!
You see him? You think
Somebody help me!
you think he's giving performance of the year here? You're so enraptured by this 15-second clip. No effort put into it.
Tons of effort put into that. He's trapped in this hellscape of vertical content. He's like talking about he's like back with another one. He's like obviously doing a character, and then he's screaming for help because he doesn't. This is the only thing he knows, just vertical content. Chick-fil-A.
Well, you have to know backstory to understand that one.
Ain't
Mr. Beast uploads self-contained stories in each video.
You can think about it like this. He's wearing a Chick-fil-A uniform. He's in a parking lot. He probably just finished his shift from Chick-fil-A, and then he's screaming for someone to help him. He doesn't want to work that job anymore.
Okay.
He needs a guy like Beast to come in and save him. And you know what's crazy is that was a long Mr. Beast episode. Some of that time, maybe he could have gone to some Chick-fil-A's, found that guy, gave him some money, and helped him. But he didn't.
I mean, I'm working in fast food too these days, and I don't know.
Yeah, but you're an
I guess I kind of relate to that, but
you're an aspiring. You like it.
Yeah, I mean, it is my life, and I think that if that guy just changed his attitude, he could, he could turn it around. I mean, if he wants to get into the content creation game too, can't really fault him. He's just got to do better. He's got to up the stakes. He's got to put a story within the confines of a TikTok.
Sure.
If he's gonna make this work.
But so you're just doing the fry cook thing because you want to own your own Beast Burger franchise?
Yeah.
Didn't he stop doing those?
Or okay, so he did, but he did it because the people who start these franchises they were like scammers, and they started giving out crap food while stealing his name. They were just trotting around with the Mr. Beast banner.
Have you ever had it? The food?
I've had a pretty bad sandwich from them, but other times I've had great sandwiches. I will say I've had great sandwiches, but there's a location on Pico Boulevard that gave me the crappiest chicken sandwich, and Mr. Beast is fighting back against that. He just is so frustrated and flustered because people are just opening these franchises and not ensuring any quality whatsoever, and so it's just smearing and slanderizing Mr. Beast's name. And so my that's where I come in, is where my goal is to open my own franchise and actually bring honor back to the name, because I think what he set out to do was really cool, and I would love to help him, bring that vision to fruition.
Okay, you want to save Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast Burger. He himself needs no saving, but okay, Mr. Beast Burger could use some help. He just needs a loyal team, and I would love to join that team of dedicated, committed franchisers. So, I mean, that's my story, and I think that's perfectly fine. I think that's noble.
And let me say something else that's noble. Summing up the episode, offering people $100,000 to quit their job, Mr. Beast goes into a restaurant and offers a worker $100,000 to quit her job, and she does.
She does do that. And then he offers plenty of other challenges, and that was fun too.
Yeah, you just watch the first minute, you'll get the gist of it. You don't need to watch the rest.
Nope. Mr. Beast would love the watch time and the retention, so please keep watching, because there are really fun challenges throughout the rest of the video.
Okay.
All right. That concludes this episode. Thank you so much for joining. You can subscribe to us on patreon.com/BeastPodOfficial for bonus episodes every other week. You can find merch like this at the link in our description. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for joining the Beast family. I'd like to think that we're extensions of the Beast family at this point.
Sure. What are we, like his great nephews?
Yeah. Why not?
His nephews are hurting, man. We could use some cash. We could use a Tesla.
That's true. Mr. Beast, if you do see this, we would love to have you on one day. We would love however much money or whatever kind of vehicle you'd like to offer us. I mean,
this
we're all
chair
ears.
right here is for Mr. Beast.
Thank you for all the good you put out in the world so far. We're just trying to pay our respects. And with that, let's sign off with a roar. Cam, I'll go first. Roar!
Let me get a sip of Prime so I can really charge up.
Yep. Come on, give it your all this time. It's more of like a chest thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right.
That was nice. Socks off. That was a good one, right?
That was a good one. All right. You're getting better.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you again for joining us.
Subscribe now, or we will delete your Fortnite account.